I call the shots, I never call it quits. Trust my intuition, bet it's right and bitch, it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. Don't second guess it, I let it set in. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
Welcome to the 3 Gig Sports Podcast, where we are never wrong, just sometimes misinformed. This is Danny G sitting alongside Rio and Jimmer today, and we've got our special guest from Mason City High School, Mr. Malakai, in the building.
Thank you.
Yes, we've been excited to have you on for, I don't know, Candace, how long we've been talking? The last couple months, trying to figure something out, and the timing finally works, and we're pretty excited about this. So we have Caleb, Candace, and Malakai all in the beautiful 3 Gig studio today.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk a little basketball with Malakai. We have, I don't know about you, Jimmer. I feel like we've been watching him play since basically you probably put him on a basketball court when he could walk, okay? We've seen videos of you forever and just watched how much of a ball you've turned into. So it's exciting to have you here tonight, man.
Yep. Thank you for having me here.
Absolutely. So I guess as we get started, we're just going to talk through some different things. You're definitely going to have some opportunities in the future. You know, we're going to touch on some things like that. Jimmy, I don't know if there's anything else you want to kick over to before we get going.
No, they kind of took my steam away when I found out that finally, you know, they corrected their ways.
Yeah.
They corrected their ways
over at MCHS. So
yeah. So we're kind of rolling over. I'm gonna speak on a little bit more personal part. So we went. I've known Malakai since he was a baby. In fact, at one point, whether you can believe this or not, I was a really immature person. He used to drink all kinds of alcohol, which I do not condone because I have kids myself, and I do not condone that now. But I used to have a picture of this young cat holding one of my unopened beers while he's in his bouncer. Unopened. Let's make that very clear. Unopened. Candace might not have been like, she chuckled, but then she's like, "You need to get that beer out of his." But watching him go to where he is now, and keep watching highlights and all that stuff. I do believe I just seen one just this week. Was it not a breakaway dunk steal?
Yeah.
That was sexy. That's what it was. You don't get that in Mason City. So,
nice. 100%.
But we're gonna go over a little bit over your season so far.
Let's start high level. Let's give him some lobs here first, okay?
Okay. What would you like?
So you're a younger cat, so I want to get your perspective. Who is the best basketball player of all time, okay?
You got to go here.
We got to start with this.
There's another question I got right after this.
I like it.
I think I have to respectfully. I have to say Michael Jordan.
Okay.
All right.
Can't argue it.
Yeah.
Jimmer certainly can.
I can argue that, but it's so much harder nowadays that my boy Bron doesn't play defense, so it's way more difficult for me to argue it.
100%.
You had a question? Go
yeah, so Malakai, say you crumpled up a piece of paper right here and you threw it at that trash can over there and tried to make it. Is there any name, like if you were saying a name of a basketball player, would you ever yell one out? Like,
if you did, what would it be? That's the question.
Hold on.
Don't hint. Let him go.
Don't hint. Let him go.
If you did say it, and let's say you had to pick, like say a name and you're just like shooting whatever, name a basketball player name.
That you would say.
It would say.
Kobe.
Yeah. Kobe, yes.
That's right.
All right. Hey, I love it.
First off, I already knew, damn it, the argument, you brought this poor cat into this, right? The argument
he knows. Nobody ever says Curry.
No, I didn't say Curry. It was Steph.
Even they're laughing. You changed it to Steph. That's right.
I was like, Steph, when it's from way downtown, I should have. See, he's sitting there trying to sugarcoat this. If you were like from on the other side of the damn building here and you shot that, would you be saying Kobe from way back there?
Oh, he's saying Kobe. Stop. Get out of here.
We will never know.
We will never know.
May just yell his own name. Shit. See how you're trying to go here. God.
Sorry, man. I just had to know from a true baller.
That's
all
perfect.
right. So since we're gonna go that route,
let's go.
Your favorite player?
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce,
okay.
all time, and that's
Yeah.
all time and today, regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that because mom's in here?
No.
No?
The
Just-
truth.
Any reason why?
It's just the way he plays. He's just always been like my favorite player.
Yeah.
You know, I also love the number 34. You know, some of my AAU years that I played, my number is 34. I don't know. He's just always just been different to me. I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Definitely.
So who would you say you model your game after then?
I would say a little bit of Russell Westbrook and
Just a little
Just
bit of
a little
Russ.
Just a little bit of Malachi, man.
Russ and
Russ and a little bit of him.
Russ,
like
a
it.
little bit of Malachi. I like it.
He's definitely got the jumper.
Way better jumper
Yeah.
than Russ, though. So don't
Yeah.
sell yourself short on that part, all right? That's
But
respect
respect,
to the Lakers fan over there.
respect the hustle, though. Respect the hustle.
Wrong guy.
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah. So what about that? You got a little bit of a divided household, right? What's your team?
The Celtics.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
2 versus 1 then.
Oh
Gets a little warm.
yeah.
Absolutely, man. I love it.
Speaking of which, your parents have been involved in your basketball career growing up, right?
Yes.
Very, very much involved, all the way working your way up to where you are right now. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. You know, since the 4th grade, you know, my dad, you know, he was like assistant coach, I believe. And then he got his own team. And then he was just, you know, my coach from there. Then a few years later, my mom joined, you know, and it was like they've really held me accountable from all my years. You know, they're not afraid to tell me, you know, what I can do better, you know. And I feel like, you know, thanks to them, they're, you know, who I am today. They helped me correct my mistakes, you know, along the way.
Love it.
So to build off that one a little bit, all right? When you go to those tournaments, the AAU tournaments that you were going on, you have anyone say some like stupid shit like about like your mom being the coach or anything like that? They wouldn't be that stupid, would they?
Unfortunately, I think they said a few things, you know, and, you know, my dad's been there, you know, to correct it, you know, and to show them that she's actually a pretty good coach.
Yeah. She knows her shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
She knows
There we
exactly
go.
what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So they just keep it blunt? Do they get a little chippy? Are they real nice while trying to keep you in line? Or as in like what you need to work on and all that stuff like that?
Yeah, you know, they just tell it to me straight, you know. They're not afraid to let me know and to let me have it.
There we go. What is the one thing that you know, like right now, that you probably need to work on? Or usually any coach knows that you actually work on your stuff in the off season. That's when you actually, like, you can try during the season, but where you really elevate your game and work on stuff is during the off season. All the extra work that goes in there. What is one thing that you think and that you know, or that you do know, that you need to work on?
Left hand. I always feel like I can get better with my left hand.
Okay.
So, especially in like the off season, do you do a lot of drills and stuff like that to help that, or is there anything else you focus on there?
Yeah, I do a lot of drills. Today actually we're doing a workout, and it was just, you know, mostly on the left side.
Okay.
Got it. So, is there any aspirations to coach at the high school level to try to get in there and help him with that? Maybe. We're getting a head nod over there. Maybe a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
He always wants to, right? What is your before we get into your guys' season that you've been doing? When you're not doing anything basketball, what is it that we can catch Malakai doing?
Just, you know, schoolwork, you know, resting, stretching, you know, talking to some of my friends, you know, and just like, you know, hanging out with some people, you know.
There you go. What's your go-to game? I know you got a game, right? A little bit.
Yeah, 2K.
2K?
2K, all
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What about your warm-up music? What you listening to?
Just really anything that can get me in the zone, whether it's from, you know, say 80s, 90s music, early 2000s, you know, just modern now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Some Merle Haggard.
Just dropping it. All right.
A little bit of everything. Playing off that though, do you have like a pregame routine?
Really no. It's just, to be honest, just I'm kind of a person that just, I feel like whatever I do, I feel like at the end of the day I'm still gonna go out there and I'm just still gonna play like me.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah. So no rituals or nothing involved in.
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It
Like
could
where
be something.
Lucky Socks, I have scored 30 every time I put these on. I can't wash them.
Can't wash it.
Boom. All right, I'll give you one more lob before Jimmer gets into the season and stuff. You and your Uncle Jamar, who wins a game of one-on-one?
Me every time.
Every time.
Damn straight.
Yes.
You're damn straight. I've watched that man shoot a basketball.
No hesitation.
Dude,
love
I
it.
seen Jamar roll his ankle so
Hey,
bad, and this
right,
thing
I'm
ballooned
telling
up.
all day.
Oh, my
Dude,
gosh.
he has the ugliest jump shot in the world. He does.
It's pretty bad.
Dude, Sean Marion
Have
has a better looking jump shot than that man.
Okay, I like
Okay,
that
that's-
because I shoot. That's more
that's
my
tough.
level.
Yeah, that's tough. He does get it back so far. I don't understand it.
When was the last time you have you played against him in a while?
I don't think we ever actually played.
No, you haven't. Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah,
That
he-
is going
he's about to
down.
hear this and drive up just because
Yeah.
you said that. So
That's good.
I'm here for it.
Right, we're
Let's
going to
go.
tell him that you said you dropped 50 on him.
Yep.
Because he would. He don't play no defense.
Well, we got to get Jamar
He
here.
thinks he does. He gets in close and you tag your foot up. You got to throw the foot with your fade. No back up.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
flashback from back in the day at Monroe. He knows.
He knows.
So the season, I haven't caught very many games myself, so I am guilty of that, and I apologize for that. Been trying to, a lot of stuff going on, but I have looked at your guys' overall record. I've seen that you guys have lost some close ones. There's been some other ones where a little more of a gap, and then you had a rivalry game that was really close. What was that, game 3 of the season, Clear Lake?
Yeah.
Playing at Nyack. So your guys is, so this is kind of a two-part. First one, you guys are playing at Nyack because they're working on the construction of the new arena / physical center, right?
Yeah.
How's that?
I mean, to me, I feel like there's no excuses. You just gotta be able to adjust to the court, no matter where you're at, and you just gotta be able to play. To be honest, that's just how I feel.
Okay. I went to a night game just not that long ago. I was Tiara was cheering out there. I'm gonna tell you now, Mason City basketball court is a hell of a lot nicer than Nyack's. That ain't just me, right? Hell of a lot nicer, right? It really is. And you go from high school to college. I just didn't know if it played a little bit into that at all, but and then secondly, how do you guys keep what do you have? You have 3 games left, I do believe, when I was just looking at this. Is that what you got?
4.
You got 4 games?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you keep yours, and then how do you keep your team's motivation going forward with like kind of the down season that has transpired?
You just gotta keep playing hard for our seniors, and just get, this is just a year where you can't really make no mistakes, At this point, it's like we gotta play hard no matter what.
Yeah.
Be able to keep our composure, keep on playing with high intensity, and just being able to just keep playing no matter what environment we're in and what situation.
I like it. You looks like I'm gonna correct myself. You have 5 games left.
5.
Looks like you have 1 at Ankeny, right? Does that sound correct? You have 1 at Ankeny. It looks like you have 4 straight games at home, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I do believe, if I looked at this correctly earlier, one of those, yeah, you had a victory, and one of them was Fort Dodge, who you already had a victory against this year. And then Charles City, Waukee, and Des Moines Lincoln. So you already said that you're playing for your seniors. That's what helps keep you up. And then obviously, I would assume taking some more of this experience to help build on to next year.
Yeah.
Where you yourself will be a senior next year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a bad idea, Garner's basketball team isn't too bad.
Yeah.
You look real good. You don't even have to change colors, dude. Red, black.
Yep, that's true.
Not trying to recruit.
Yeah, we can't recruit, but if you guys happen to like get a job in this area or something, you know.
Hey,
it's-
I was open
is what it
enrollment. They
is.
can do whatever they want.
They can. That is so. I was informed just before we started that the last 2 games that you became a starter.
Yeah.
So I should have asked before that. Was that because they finally pulled their head out of their ass, or was that because of an injury or something?
It could be both. You know, I'm not a coach, so I don't really know. You know, feels like, you know, coach he does whatever he feels is best. You know, so if he does end up, you know, not starting me, you know, it's probably for a good reason, I assume. But you know, it could be, you know, because you know they just finally thought about it, or you know, it could be an injury.
Yep.
You never really know.
Looking at
You
got
hold on. You're talking like a grown man. Like you're thinking through everything you're saying so well.
That's intelligent.
Man,
That it
you
is.
are you're so getting ready for college, man. You're like everything you're saying is on point. So let us just say
He has
it.
a way better filter than I do. That's for damn
Yeah, that was really well thought out. I love it. So let us say it then. I'm glad they finally pulled their head out of their ass, and they're going to get you in the games as a starter. You deserve it as far as what we can see,
Yes.
and that's only going to help you guys going into next year. So I'm a big fan of that.
It looks like your game. I'm looking at your stats right here, right? It looks like your game is an all-around game, and I appreciate that as a basketball player or former basketball and a fan of basketball. And that's the reason why I'm not a Harden guy, right? Harden does not play. He does not do everything. I'm sorry, he doesn't. He doesn't play defense. He doesn't. He can dish out a ball. He can shoot, and he's one of the best shooters of all time, right? One of the best offensive forces, possibly, right?
Yeah.
But I appreciate when you see this go straight across the board, and I'm seeing nothing but numbers across the board, and that is impressive, and nothing more better than to grow on, which I think you're going to go to your next one. So my question is, have you guys already had some conversations with some colleges so far?
Yeah, a few. You know, they're liking what they're saying. You know, they just want me to keep playing.
Who all you got?
Right now we got Nebraska. Let's see, we got Morningside. Let's see, I can't really think of a few others right now.
Okay.
Now, on the future dream school, if one school's offered you right now today, and you're signing on the dot, who's that going to be?
Duke.
All right.
All right. Yep.
Damn it!
Hey, get out of here, Jimmer.
I'm telling you,
He wants to win.
Hawkeyes. You'll be a legend for life, brother.
For
I'm telling
life.
you, for life. You like. I understand you want to be in Iowa. I get that, but after your career though, you are a living legend. And they in the state of Iowa, the University of Iowa. We love our players, like everyone that's ever played for
How much
us.
money did I would toss you for this interview
Don't
and
worry
for
about
that
that.
pitch? Like, what the hell is going on
Yeah,
here?
that is how it goes anymore. Anyone can get nil deal.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
But-
All legal.
So that wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. They come knocking, right?
Nah.
Okay. All right. So we're tagging like Hawkeye everything, like Herky everything on this video. That's for damn sure,
Yep.
right?
Let's go. Nil deals. Like let's get him paid
Yeah,
too.
let's get paid.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to. So, do you have anything else you want to get out there?
No.
No. We roll into some sports news. We had some stuff going on. We had obviously a big, exciting football game too that happened today. NFC is going on right now. Maybe we can even get a Malakai pick or two
I like it.
Yeah.
for this game. Actually, yeah, let's get that one right now, quick, because it's playing. Which one are you thinking, Rams or Niners in this game?
Rams.
Rams. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Nice pick.
So that'd be Rams, Bengals. We'll get to that conversation here a little bit later, but we'll roll into some news then, right?
Yeah. Let's go to news and notes, baby.
You got some of the real randoms, right?
I do. I do. He can
Yeah, he can
jump
do
in
some
on
news,
that
too.
and
Let's
good
go.
stuff.
So we'll do the news, and we'll get to that. Kind of, that's not would you rather, but that's along that base.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Let's see what we got here. We have Auburn basketball coach Bruce Pearl has agreed to a new 8-year contract worth a total of $50.2 million. Big deal.
Yeah, we always talk about, player retention and what you put out to players, right? And that's one of the things. Like, hey, I just signed this deal. 8 years, I'm going to be here for the long haul, your long haul. And, as a player, wouldn't you like that if you come to college and the coach is like, hey, I'm going to be here the whole time you're going to be here?
Yeah.
So, I think that's a big deal for recruiting purposes. Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they just hit number 1, last week, right? So they're like, okay, we like what we're seeing.
Well, not to
Let's keep
mention,
him
I
here.
guess the more I read about this, I mean, a lot of people forget about that COVID year when it first started, and the NCAA tournament was the first major sport to get affected. The March Madness tournament was canceled, right? A lot of people forget Auburn at that time was 26-6.
Yeah.
So this isn't just a
okay.
one-year fluke. So what they've built there so far to this point has been pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So to lock up a guy that for the long haul, like I said, he's in his upper age there, I take it as a big deal. Let's see what we got. University of Nebraska alters mascot Herbie Husker's hand gesture to avoid ties to white supremacy.
What was I don't even know what the gesture was.
I don't even know either.
It was this. It was A-OK. Now, evidently, I did not know this. I had to read up on this myself, right? I did not know this. So, evidently, if you do that same symbol and you put those 3 fingers together, that is a white power symbol. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
So, clearly in the mascot, it shows him doing this. But to avoid any confusion,
Yeah,
of
play
any
it safe.
kind,
Yeah,
they
I get
changed
it.
it to a number 1. Him holding
Okay.
up number 1.
Yeah, play
Okay.
it safe.
Yeah.
I would have thought, okay, but if it's linked to some shit like
Yeah.
that, yeah, get rid of
We
that.
Yeah.
we don't really look into shit like that.
All right.
Negative side of that. So I was like, if there's any chance of a confusion on something, let's go ahead and change that.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
no doubt.
Wisconsin Badgers hire Baltimore Ravens assistant Bobby Ingram to be offensive coordinator.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of names floating around.
Nonstop.
Yeah, nonstop
Yeah.
and crazy guys, and you hear some people raving about them. So myself, some of them I have no clue. You just got to base on what the teams are doing, right? And so you hope that it's a good hire, and you'll have to just see what they put on the field ultimately.
Yeah. Speaking of which, let's get that part out of the way. What's your NFL team?
Oh, the New Orleans Saints.
There you go. That's mama. Come on. This is 2 in a row. This is 2 in a row. But yeah, absolutely. Okay.
How
Did
do
you
you-
watch that movie yet then on Netflix?
No.
Oh,
Did you guys see
yeah,
that?
I just
That Kevin James one? I watched it. It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
So Kevin James you're not used to, I'm not going to spoil anything, but you're not used to Kevin James like being serious.
yeah.
Right.
And so you're used to him like cracking jokes and stuff like that, and he actually played it pretty damn well, I thought. So
Right
you
on.
find out some stuff during that year that he was off for that suspension, and I thought it was pretty cool actually. Chiefs cut cornerback Damon Arnett after arrest in Las Vegas on gun and drug charges.
Yeah, man, these young players just can't get it through their heads, whatever it is. We saw it happen to the receiver, just now multiple guys, including Arnett, getting in trouble for stupid things. You're right there at being millionaires. Why throw it away?
Yep.
You're doing dumb stuff. Don't do that.
And don't do that when you go to college. 'Cause I
That
do.
either. That
If
either,
there's
man.
ever a half-assed question, is your mom and dad going down to college with you? I wouldn't be shocked. They follow. They make sure you stay straight.
100%.
Bears are expected to hire Green Bay Packers quarterbacks coach Luke Getsy as their offensive coordinator.
All right.
Just digging down the
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to find something, I guess, at
Well,
this
I'm the
point.
quarterback coach to Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Right, who Aaron
had a
Rodgers was
tough
already
job.
made. Yeah, exactly. Aaron Rodgers was already Aaron Rodgers was probably teaching him things.
Right.
Right.
This is how we're going to get
Really?
you onto the next level of competitive sports coaching.
But
And,
hey, maybe he can teach Fields all that stuff that he learned from Rodgers. you
maybe.
sure hope so,
Oh,
maybe.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of Justin Fields. So, if he can bring anything, maybe anything he could bring would be actually, you were joking about it, but You're playing with MVP, arguably one of the best quarterbacks of all time, talent-wise. Right?
Yeah.
And you get to go bring that to Justin Fields, a nice young arm.
Hopefully he can. They need to open something up down there. That offense was awful. It's been awful for a long time, and then Fields is a stud, right? So if he can do some kind of quarterback whispering to help him out too, man.
It automatically helps that Matt Nagy's no longer there.
That's 100% true.
100%, right.
You like Justin Fields, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Be hating on Justin. You kind of had to look for a second.
Yeah, he's like, how do I answer this?
Let's see. We had...
Better not skip over my boy Nadal.
No, we'll get to that. I got a nasty-ass bottle back there that's about to get a pull on it. The Vikings have reached out to the University of Michigan and received permission to speak to Jim Harbaugh about their open head coaching job.
Big fan. Let's go. So, Malakai, Jimmer, and I are big Vikings fans. So, this is a big deal for us.
And by the end of the show, Malachi, you will be a Vikings fan too.
Yep, we're working on it. Just got to massage it in.
We did not know that the new GM was that close. Kawhi Mensah, our new GM, did not know he was that close to Jim Harbaugh because they worked together for a couple years with the 49ers. So we're excited. We haven't had a coach that we felt 100. Like, I liked Zimmer the first few years, but he's that type that if it doesn't work right away, that's the personality that rubs somebody like the wrong way after so much of it. So having like a Harbaugh come in and getting excited right now.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
What are you doing over there?
I was looking. There was something coming across. 2 assistants as offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator picks are expected to be Pep Hamilton and Vic Fangio if Harbaugh does leave.
To go.
That's
up
a rumor.
To,
Yep, to go up to to go to the Vikings.
If he with him,
Yes.
Vic Fangio. What I tell you, brother?
Shit.
Super Bowl. I'm calling it right now. Super Bowl. Vic Fangio goes as the defensive coordinator. Goddamn.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you've been
Jim
talking about that for a while. Yeah,
I've been calling
I'll take
that
that.
shit.
This Jim Harbaugh could be named head coach as early as tomorrow,
Oh man.
per source.
Yeah,
Thank
they
God
talked to him
there's
today.
Thank
So
God there's a desk and a curtain in the way right now. I'm going to tell you right now. I haven't been this excited in a long time.
Poor Leah.
And not-
Poor Leah. I don't know.
No, I didn't mean like that. She always gets me excited. I love you. Hopefully she misses this episode. Shit.
Rams scored. They are up 7-0.
Boom. Who got it?
I don't know.
Oh, way to go. You bring news and don't
Hopefully
I
it's
just seen
OBJ.
it pop up.
hopefully it's OBJ, right?
Hopefully. Cooper Kupp, 16-yard touchdown.
Of course it was.
Damn,
Of
Like
course.
if there was actually,
Of course. Come
and
on.
So you watch some football, right, Malachi? If I told you that you get $1 million if you guess who caught who got a Rams touchdown, who were you gonna throw out right there?
I would say Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly what it been. So this next one's a little weird in the sense that it says Tom Brady's retiring after 22 seasons and 7 Super Bowl wins with the Patriots and the Buccaneers. Well, evidently, that was put on his official TB12 account that later got taken down. And then I guess you read something about they're still sticking to it on ESPN. They're putting like
Yeah, they are acting like it's happening.
like it's happening or whatever.
Yep.
There's like a source that said Tom Brady's absolutely pissed off.
Yeah, so his dad, a few different people came out and said that's first of all, you got to let him come out and say it. Don't leak that just to be the first, to leak it. But they're like, well, it's not 100%. And I don't know. Tom Brady seems like the kind of guy that would play just to spite you, too.
No, so here's the thing.
What's he get in February?
Yes.
Yeah, big chunk of change.
Big chunk
I
of
think
change.
Wasn't of this week, I think is when it is.
What'd you say? It wasn't like
14 to 16 mil, somewhere in there. Yep.
Right. So he's waiting for that.
Right. So you can't, like, assholes, I'm trying to get paid before I actually put in the retirement papers. Like, come on, man.
But part of that, though, that I learned about today was they can claw back basically like 13 mil of it if he does decide to retire. So,
Even after he's paid?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like if he wanted to, he could just come out right now and say it. But I don't know what he's going to do. If he leaves, Gronk's out, though, right? He's done.
Gronk will be
Oh,
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gronk didn't come back for the love of the sport. He came back because of the bromance that he had with him. So
Yeah,
you're
100%.
smirking over there. You know it's true. Right? There's something weird going on between those two. Like,
Oh, nothing weird. We know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to pay up on this.
What is it?
So-
What's that, Jimmer? I didn't
Yeah,
hear
what
that.
is that? Go ahead and let them know.
So, Rafa Nadal rallies to win the Australian Open and claim the men's record 21st Grand Slam title. The 35-year-old Spaniard now has one more major title than Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic, his longtime rivals in the so-called Big Three. Let me go ahead and throw something out there, though, and remind everyone. I do not watch tennis to save my life. Let's make that very clear.
Yeah, me neither.
If I was going to watch something like that, it'd be like badminton. But regardless, one thing I do know is that those two names mentioned, neither one of them were partaking in this tournament. Roger Federer is recovering from a knee injury, and Djokovic got kicked out.
Got
Right.
kicked out of Australia.
So, but evidently you did stay up late and watch it.
I didn't watch it. I just
Yeah,
bet
you
with the
did.
guy I knew.
Yeah, you did.
I do not watch tennis.
You said-
And I would
you
watch
said
tennis
the
over
best.
badminton. Are you kidding me?
No, I'd watch
Yeah.
badminton.
Get out of here.
Oh,
No
yeah,
way.
I watch badminton all day.
No.
If you watch the Williams sisters just smash that ball 120
Oh,
miles an hour-
exactly.
Hold on.
Let's
Have
go.
the Williams sisters smash the birdie. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you might be disappointed. That thing doesn't go anywhere, man.
Fuck, with one of them doing it? Have you seen Serena?
You might be right. She smashes that thing. I don't know.
Yum.
Malachi, just to educate you a little bit on the podcast, one of the things we like to do is make a bet, and we call it a warm whiskey wager. So we find some subpar, we'll call it whiskey,
No, this is really
and
shitty. This-
it has to be
It's
room
probably
temperature,
Worse than subpar.
and which is you don't drink and you're never going to drink. I understand that. I'm good with that.
never.
Let's say in the future you did though. Whiskey, especially bad whiskey, is bad, especially when it's warm, and so that's what Jimmer's got to do right now
So
to pay
this
up.
is the stuff like back in, I want to tell you about the 1800s that they used to clean medical utensils with right here.
They might do that right now.
They may still do it, actually. So this is disgusting. Don't ever do this.
Yeah, this is that stuff that you'd see in like old like cowboy western movies or somewhere. They'd say this can
Yeah.
do anything, clean your house. You know, doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Feed the horse, like everything.
Yeah.
Put that, yeah. No, I don't touch that. Can't do it. So this is disgusting.
We'll keep that by Danny because he needs it too.
Yeah,
I've got one. Let's go.
Technically, I got to do another one anyway. Not have to. I'm doing it in celebration for the Bengals.
That's right,
I
that's
didn't
right.
say that.
No, you took a 2-for-1 on Nadal.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, you. Oh, yeah, I did. Damn it.
Hoofed up. Yeah. Get it.
Oh, damn.
So you're welcome for that.
Oh, man.
You were a little misinformed. Your guy was winning though.
So in my,
He
I
was
know.
winning.
So
Yeah.
in my defense, I went with the swag. This dude came out, this Medved, whatever the hell his name is. Like I said, I don't watch tennis, so. This Medvedev comes out and he starts talking shit about Rafa before this match even happened. Like they still had their match before that, like whoever their opponents were. And he was also talking shit about like Djokovic too. And then I listened to one of these guys in sports talk radio on my way home, and I'm by like, yeah, he has everything he needs, and like any of that shit bug him, and blah 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 blah. No,
You know what I went with, Jimmer?
Pull
The
that
tradition of winning.
That's well, you should have.
Winning a-
It's worked out well for me. And I should've
Not the
done it
second
again.
time.
Yeah, not. What? This wasn't a traditional win. You son of a bitch. All right. So, Man United's Mason Greenwood has been arrested on suspicion of rape and assault. A Greater Manchester Police statement said Greater Manchester Police were made aware earlier today of online social media images and videos posted by a woman reporting incidents of physical violence.
49ers strike back. Debo Samuel, short pass, 44 yards to the house.
Short
Debo! Short pass.
So this cat,
This is Jimmy G at his finest, baby.
this is Jimmy G. Here's a 4-yard dump off, and then I'm gonna take the athlete that is Debo and just park it yard.
Yeah.
So
Tie game.
gonna
Get
do
Cristian Ronaldo while you're at it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that beats the shit out.
Yeah, take care of all the garbage. Don't just pick on one, two of them. Get them.
Yep.
Yep.
Get 'em
So I
done.
don't know if you guys did know that, right? I'm gonna give you a little piece, right? Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, one of the biggest. We're not soccer people. I don't know if you guys are or anything, but one of the biggest superstars in the world, maybe the biggest technically, had raped a woman over 10 years ago. Now, this isn't a accusation. This is a fact. He raped a woman and then had her sign paid her money and had her sign like a hush agreement. She came out and said like she's went through so much mental anguish from it that she didn't care anymore. She isn't even going for the money. Supposedly was going for money anymore. But she came out and said this had happened. So not once as he came out and said this never happened, anything like that, he knows that this is something that actually did happen. So that's the reason why he was so passionate about what he just now said. So
Yep.
kind of feel like they can do what they want. That being said,
And they let him.
on a college level, you need to keep yourself away from what's the word when gold diggers.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in any stupid situation where it's like one night of this turns into just call mom.
Yeah.
Just
That's
call him
what's
out.
up.
There you go.
I'm being dead serious about that. Like
Yeah.
it takes one little thing. I mean, what you had even in that dumbass sport of wrestling that Rio over there does. He wrestled Waldorf, right?
Right.
He had He had a classy chick that liked to kind of pass herself around.
That
right?
she did.
She
That
was a
she
very
did. Well,
classy lady.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
So haven't heard her side of the story yet, but
So moral of the story: don't put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yep. Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
I did see this.
saw this. He's getting it
Caleb's
over there.
excited. Let's go.
Are finalizing a deal to make Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels their next head coach. The Raiders are also hiring the Patriots director of player personnel Dave Ziegler as their next GM.
That's both pieces are huge. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you believe you got a quarterback, right? Yes, thank you, Jesus.
Tagging on that.
Everyone else that complains about that, I'm like, dude, Derek Carr is one hell of a quarterback. Just surround him with pieces, right?
Quarterback and a leader.
Yeah.
On the
True
back
leader.
end of that, the interim head coach Rick Bassi,
Bassi.
yeah,
Yep.
is being hired by Chicago Bears for their special teams coach. They let this guy go. Dumb move. Dumb move.
Special teams too.
Special teams. Do the Chicago Bears. Dumb move. They should have just retained him
Yeah,
in any aspect.
They
Yep.
they played for that man.
Yeah.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? So that's sad that they seen him go, but it's still an exciting day for anyone that's a Raiders fan right here. I mean, there's obviously a reason why somebody is trying to always get Josh McDaniels every year.
Yeah, he finally got tired of waiting around
Yeah.
on Bill.
Yeah, the Colts
Yep.
are still pissed.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
Oh yeah.
We've even made it to playoffs once, even without you being here, and we're still pissed.
Yep.
So the fact that they landed this is big time.
Yeah, agreed,
Yeah.
man.
I think they have a chance to kind of get her turned around a little quicker than normal, and then you can also support Derek Carr while you're doing this too. Because I'm telling you, we talked about it quite a few years ago. If the listeners don't know, or if you guys don't know, the Vikings drafted Teddy Bridgewater in the first round
Yeah.
of the same draft that Derek Carr was taken, and I wanted Derek Carr. I have friends and all that know that I said that before the draft started. I want Derek Carr. And we went with Teddy B, which I don't have a problem with Teddy B, but I was like, there's just something about Carr that he has like that inner leader, and he'll just take the bull by the horns. And Teddy's kind of that dink and dunk guy, you know. And
I thought he played well, and then something after that injury seemed
that back
That definitely.
the leg, whatever it was, he just was a different quarterback. I thought he's balling out, playing well, and it was like he just didn't want to. That's why he started dinking and dunking so much.
yeah.
With McDaniels coming, can we just talk about that division's going to be the best division in football for a long time, especially if Rodgers ends up going to Denver.
Oh yeah.
Think about that. That's gonna be
hold on.
insane.
You can't say a long time with the part with the Broncos because he only has a couple more years, but the rest of them, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's Carr, 30? Somewhere in that ballpark. So
Yeah.
no, absolutely.
But so with the Raiders, it's like you're thinking long term because McDaniels is going to be solid.
Hold on.
Right?
Hold on. Does it
Oh.
all really goddamn matter when Joe Burrow's out there slanging that?
All right.
rock?
Hey, respect. Yeah.
Come on,
Joey B,
baby.
Put some
baby.
respect out there. I
Come
got you.
on.
Yeah.
He just did it right there in his backyard in Chiefland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put some respect there. I don't think he cares. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I don't remember saying anything about the Bengals.
I know,
So
but I'm still putting it out there. Like, it doesn't really even matter. Jamar Chase, killer.
he's a savage.
That offense is going to be damn good for quite a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, what did you think about kind of a rough couple years for you guys, for the Saints. You guys lost your Hall of Fame quarterback last year, retired. You guys were looking damn good this year until Winston went down, right?
Yeah, Jameis was going to be the MVP, man.
Yeah, dude, he was looking damn
Would you
good.
say he was on pace for 84 touchdowns after week one?
I think week one it was
Yeah,
like
he
84
was saying something
touchdowns.
silly.
No big deal.
But even still, they were actually still balling out. And then he goes down and then, kind of tape, glue, patch everything together. Still kind of got the,
Still almost made it.
Yeah, they
man.
had a shot.
And then now to lose Peyton and in salary cap. Right.
Yeah, it's tough. Injuries come, with the sport. Drew felt like, it was his time to go. Paying, he just, felt like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like the league is a job.
Sure.
Job you just be able to play. It sucks, as a fan, that all this is happening.
Yep.
It feels like it's happening too soon, but it is what it is. Just gotta still love them for them.
Yeah.
What do you think of Michael Thomas? Trade him? Keep him?
I would still keep him, because he has talent.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta get him in, get him on that field.
Absolutely.
You played football this last year. You
Yeah.
took like a what? You took like a year off? A year or two?
About
And
three.
Was it three?
Yeah,
Okay, it was
years.
3 years. And you came back last year.
Yeah.
Do you have any aspirations to play your senior year? Or are you gonna just purely focus on basketball at that point, or?
I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking that I might play football next year. I actually got 2 offers from football: McKendree University
Okay.
and Southwestern University.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm getting, that's a little motivation,
Okay. You do any other sports besides those?
I'm actually for the first time thinking about doing track.
Okay.
This year, just waiting for that.
Okay.
Nice.
He's over there trying. Like, he plays basketball. He don't wrestle, dude. Don't worry about it.
No, I was just wondering if,
Yeah.
golf,
he does
or
like-
if you already ran track or,
Oh.
or something like that.
I didn't know if you're like sitting there thinking if he likes to get in spandex and shit.
No, I think, I think, athletes should play multiple sports and not just
No,
especially high school.
keeps you in shape.
Exactly, and just we tell I coach wrestling and also football. But I tell the kids, don't just not do anything. You say you want to weightlift, and you say I'm going to do this and only this. Well, be a better athlete, even if it's not something you're going to do forever or pursue. Just show some talent.
Correct.
Yeah. So I know Mama would be very happy about that. She likes her football too, right? Yeah. Caleb, what do you think? You want to keep? You want to? No.
No comment.
No comment.
Hey, you know he likes himself some basketball, so I didn't know how much he was liking the idea of the football, but one hell of a special athlete. So that's what I got for news. We'll touch on we'll touch, and then we'll come back to the Bengals. We'll get to that. Here's your weird law. It's illegal to wear lacy underwear in Russia.
Danny, plan on visiting Russia? You're gonna have to leave those at
I'm
home,
gonna
buddy.
head over to Moscow next week, and I can't.
You're
now.
gonna have to leave them at home, man.
If this were Russia, you'd be illegal right now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
First of all, is there a
Yeah.
camera under this? Like, how do you know what's going
Have
on?
you seen Strange Wilderness?
I've seen you get a little tipsy in here, and then.
Oh yeah, and then you show seen Strange Wilderness. He's like, dude, are you wearing a thong? He's like, what? Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah. More aerodynamic.
More aerodynamic.
What is that? What is that? Like, to hell with John Tucker. Whatever
Yeah,
movie
John
is.
Tucker must die.
John Tucker must die, and he's.
It's like, yeah, I got so much freedom.
And then all of a sudden, the rest of the basketball team's rocking a pair of thongs because he's out there dunking and shit. Jesus. No.
So basically, Russia just says, "Keep it classy," huh? That's
Right.
what
Keep
they
it
think.
Well,
huh?
classy.
so a little more on it. A 2014 law in Russia, Belarus, and Kazakhstan states undergarments must be made with a minimum of 6% of cotton. Why? They claim it is healthy, or it is for health and safety. While women across the nations protested, the laws in effect, and you can no longer buy lace garments.
You can't even buy it, huh?
Right. So I'd like to,
That's
like,
hardcore.
I don't know, like, does that show that they have, like, X-ray scanners? Like, how in the hell do you know they're wearing them anyway?
Right.
Yeah.
You can make this at
So
home.
you should be good.
Right? Yeah.
Right. As long as you're not showing.
Yeah,
them,
just stay
right?
covered up, I guess.
Which they should be. It's Russia. It must be cold.
Yeah, all the time.
All right, we'll kick her over to Rio's Randoms here.
All right. We'll go into Rio's Randoms, brought to you by Bo's Power Washing out of Belmont, Iowa. He does cleaning of all types, gutter cleanings, power washing. He'll move snow, mowing, anything like that. Hit him up for any of your needs.
Damn good guy, too.
Really good guy. All right. My first one. Would you rather drive a tank or a submarine? You don't get to fire any of the weapons. You just get to drive it. I had to take that out of there because obviously everybody want to go with the tank, right?
Which one you got?
I say submarine.
Submarine?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What do you got?
I think I'm going tank. I feel like I'd get claustrophobic in the submarine.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going tank. I want to run some shit over. Yeah,
Okay.
it'd be a good time.
That'd be
Not
good.
bad.
Mine's tank all day, dude. I'm a bitch
Yeah.
when it comes to claustrophobia. So
I'm going submarine.
That isn't happening. I'm definitely not getting in something that's going like how many ever thousands of feet underwater. That shit ain't happening, dude.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, you got to run over some stuff. Dude, I already did it on what is that? Grand Theft Auto anyway. So I'm,
Oh, yeah. There
Okay.
you go.
I know.
All right.
Same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to take that submarine for a dive as well. Moving on to number 2. So how do you put on your socks and shoes? Does one sock go on
Fuck.
and then a shoe and then the other sock and then the shoe, or both socks? What's the right way?
There's only one way to this. Are we kidding
What?
right now?
Yes. Actually,
Bro,
people put
Where'd
their
you find this?
Yes, people put their socks and shoes on differently.
All right,
Differently.
what do you got, Malachi? I'll try not to make fun of your answer if you say the wrong answer. I'll try.
You gotta go socks first and then shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I don't know what I would do if I saw somebody put one sock and one fucking shoe
I
on.
know what I did. I pushed my son Axel over. I said, "What the hell are you doing?"
No.
Dude,
No.
dude had one sock and one shoe on. I said, "Where's your other?" And he's like, "Oh, they're over there." And I'm like, "Dude, what? You didn't put?" You are a weird dude.
Sock, shoe. I
It's-
didn't know.
Yes.
So
Sock, shoe. I have to agree.
So it's unanimous on this one.
Yes, it is.
Man.
I saw this question pop up, and there's a big debate online. It's pretty funny, some of the answers. All right, and lastly, any weird family traditions that you have going on at your house? Oh, he's you got one?
No.
Oh,
What?
He's like, no.
Hey, you guys need to go out there.
you're right. Close your ears, and we'll get some insight.
I got nothing.
No big ones? What about you, Jimmer?
Let's see. Well, which family? So
The one Leah doesn't know about?
No,
or?
I'm talking about like.
Oh.
No, I thought you meant like overall. Like if we're talking about that, like my poor side of the family. Oh yeah, all kinds of weird fucked up shit. You eat stuff that is called ham. Yeah, that's not ham. Promise you that. But I mean, there's always. We have another one where we do this thing where we used to all do this. You know, get each other gifts. The aunts and there's basically all aunts, and then I and my dad. Get each other gifts, and all of a sudden, it's what we like to call the battle royale session. And it is as soon as they open a gift, they think that, like for instance, my father would buy gifts for all the sisters. As soon as they look over and see one of the sisters has a better looking gift or more expensive gift, bang, we go ahead and fire off, and it turns into a good old.
That's a good time.
Oh yeah, and it was every time too. Oh yeah, I had one complaint. I remember one distinctly. My aunt. I'm gonna roll the dice and say that she hasn't listened to the podcast. My Aunt Tina. she got some knickknacks, right? I don't know if you know what knickknacks are. I assume you do.
Yeah.
Decorations, whatever.
Yep. I got
She
you.
got some knickknacks, right? Pretty cool, and some of them are pretty expensive, like white trashy expensive. So she starts throwing the biggest fit. Why, you ask? Because she had a 2-year-old kid. What am I supposed to do with that? If I put those up, then yeah.
Put them up high.
Oh,
what are you
dude,
worried about?
Oh, no. That's how you get the party started. What did I just tell you? I said Royal Rumble. That's how you get the party started. That dumbass shit right there, and then they just all start firing at each other. So that's mine.
Man. God, I don't know. I think right now I don't have any like weird traditions or anything. I don't have a super big family. I think growing up, I definitely had the tradition. So I grew up poor as shit too, right?
Yeah.
And so the tradition for me would be waking up and like finding presents that were wrapped pretty good from like other members of the family that my dad decided to go through and be like, oh, what's this? Like, let me see if I want this shit, you know? And then if he didn't want it, he'd wrap it back up and it'd look like hell, you know? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, so what am I missing this morning? Like, what?
Right.
I got to count them the night
what
before.
What were they supposed to get that is now at Mr. Money?
Yeah. He was scandalous like that, but that was about it, man. What about you, Rio?
No weird traditions really, but there was some traditions where every year, no matter what holiday, my family would get together. My mom and my aunt would always fight. There'd always be something going on. And even if there wasn't going on, it was like they went out of their way to make everybody else uncomfortable. It was just, you could bank on it every year. And then I guess the only other tradition was after I turned 21, I would just get hammered, go to everything and get hammered.
Yeah.
And it made it really uncomfortable for everybody else.
Drink, Malakai.
Yeah, don't drink.
Yeah, earmuffs.
But all my family would fight, and I got one side of the family that all they want to talk about is how much money are you making and this and that. It's all about money, right? And then I got another side of the family that never comes to anything but those holidays, so you have no idea what's going on in their life. People getting into fights and stuff like that, so I just show up to the party and get hammered.
Just
Give them
sit
something
back
to talk
and enjoy.
about.
Yeah.
Yep.
You didn't think of anything off the top of your head?
No.
All right, so I have a good question for you, okay?
Yeah.
How well are you at understanding your grandfather?
Really?
Norris. Don't come on, let's be real. Cause I try. I think I'm up to like 75% of what he's saying now. Like when we chat, cause we talk about my dad, him, they knew each other back in the day. So I'm just like, you see him on a pretty regular basis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see him on a pretty regular basis. Do you understand? Keep it real. Do you understand everything that man is saying?
Surprisingly, yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right. That's impressive. Because I try.
I tried so hard.
I get a solid 75%. I get like 75% of what he's saying. And then he'll every so often, like when I wish it's 75% like the closing part of what he's saying. Because then you know exactly where it went. Sometimes the 75% is before he finishes the sentence. So I just got to do the head nod. Yeah, I got you. You know, one of those.
If all else fails, there you go.
Hey, kudos.
Yeah.
One hell of a great man, though. Served our country, too. So,
That's right.
Yep.
I'd probably kind of be angry at myself if I didn't bring it up a little bit. Your grandma is a huge, huge fan of you, too, right?
Yeah.
Grandma Carrie. Let's go down another funny storyline here. Okay. Back in my immature days where you were holding a beer can. When I used to go to that house was on Washington, right? I used to go to this house and party. Usually your grandma would be working or she wouldn't be at the house. So I had no problem getting up in the house and getting upstairs. She usually didn't bug anyone if they were upstairs. You know, everyone hanging out, blah, blah, blah. First time she answered the door by herself and she had her work scrubs on and she was looking mean as shit. I was scared. I was afraid. I was like, she was like, I think one of the boys did something stupid. Like, I think she had been trying to cook something that was like cooking all day type of thing. And they shut the burner off or some shit. But she was just like, I think she even said, what the fuck? What the fuck do you want? I'm like, ooh. And I just got a call from Jamar, from your uncle, to come over. I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm just here to see. And I talk like way down. I'm like, here to see Jamar. Please. Close the door and didn't hear anything. I'm still waiting at the door. Outside driveway. The side driveway. Who says it's sitting there waiting? I call up to your uncle, call his cell phone. I'm like, hey, here's the deal. I'm outside your house. You need to come let me in, but you need to do it when like your mom like goes to a different room because like I am seriously afraid right now. Either that or I'm just walking home, dude. But you don't. I'm a venture guess that you don't feel that fear with your grandma.
No, that's my ride or die.
Yeah, see, there it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I sure as hell went on the fucking Malakai just for that alone. Like, goddamn. I'm not wrong, am I? She was a very stern woman. She had a very big backbone. She didn't mess around back then. I'm telling you, you just did your. If you went upstairs, you went to go hang out. You kept the shit semi-quiet, be respectful. Not on a day that one of the boys shut the goddamn pot off on the stove. I'm like, God damn it. He even told me, he's like, yeah, that was my bad, bro. You son of a bitch.
No doubt. Boom. So, do you want to touch on that game from today?
Yeah.
We haven't really gotten into detail on it yet.
So, we did, like I didn't actually talk, but the Cincinnati Bengals upset the Kansas City Chiefs at home
Big time.
to earn their first Super Bowl berth since 1988. 34 years? 34 years. And by the way, they were down, I do believe, 21-3.
Yeah, they were down
At
18
halftime.
points. Yep.
They were down big time, came storming back.
Should have been down
Yes.
more, Rio.
Yes. So I watched this game, and at the very end of the first half, ball is on the Bengals 3-yard line or so, 4-yard line. And instead of kicking the field goal, there's like 10 seconds left. And
5. I heard it on the
yeah,
five,
it was
yep.
something like that. And he hollers over, Patrick Mahomes hollers over, hey, let me go for it. I was like, all right. So they run a horrible play design. Horrible as in you should be thrown into the end zone, right?
And that's what the coach said at halftime. That because he was pissed. He was supposed to go to the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
But not.
So Tyreek runs underneath line of scrimmage. They hike the ball, and he floats it out to him, gets tackled by the cornerback for loss, inbounds, runs the clock out. And obviously, they had went to overtime, so if they had just kicked 3 right there, that's game. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Still nasty Joe Burrow out there.
Still nasty Joe Burrow.
Well, yeah,
I
no,
that
I
was
got
my
you.
pick, right?
I got you.
But just dumb call right there. Up by 11. He could have pushed that. I mean,
Almost pushed it out of reach. You know.
almost, yeah.
But they found a way to lose this game. So
Yeah, they just looked bad the second half, man. The Chiefs did not
They
look
did.
good. Patty didn't look good, especially towards the end of the game.
Towards the end, he's rolling back. You know, he takes a bad sack right before overtime. Takes a bad sack, rolls back for about 10 yards. Butker makes it, so whatever. But still, it's like, how do you do that?
He had 20 seconds to
Yeah.
throw the ball. He was
Yeah.
back there and just took a really bad sack, and then they had to kick the field goal, which was fine, but they could have had a chance to score a touchdown. So he just looked like shit. Then he threw an interception late, right? And they're driving overtime.
Yep.
So
Yeah, ended up double coverage, right? He takes, and their punter is an amazing punter if you're into punters, but he boots the ball pretty deep.
who the hell is into punters?
Patrick McAfee, baby.
Hey.
What's up? For the brand.
Patty Mac.
He just got signed by FanDuel, baby. But he had been hammering the
Nobody
ball all
remembers that He
day.
was a damn punter. Any average.
Well, not anymore because they're out. But he was hitting long bombs, right? And so Patrick Mahomes throws this in the middle of the field into double coverage. It's like, why not just let your guy?
He had 3 straight
kick it.
plays, by the way, that should have been picked off in overtime. I don't know if you knew that, but he had 3 straight plays where the very first one went over the dude's head, and oh boy, could have got it.
should have been a pick six.
Another
Yeah.
one should have got an interception and it hit off him and like dropped. That would have sealed it right there.
Yep.
But then finally it comes down, and that was actually a beautiful play by the corner that hit that out of
The
Tyreek's
first
arm.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, the last one.
Yeah, the last one. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, like he's going.
No, I mean
for
the first player. So the corner on that side, because then it got tapped.
Yeah,
Yep.
knocks it out and then
Tapped
Von
it
Miller
out.
comes up with that.
And snags it. You do have some stats here from this game. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce have connected for 11 playoff touchdowns, third most by a quarterback receiver duo in NFL history. Number 1 is Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski with 15. Next is Joe Montana and Jerry Rice with 12. And then that duo right there that I talked about. Patrick Mahomes is the 4th player in NFL history to have 3 games with 3+ passing TDs in a single postseason. The others are Tom Brady in 2014, Joe Flacco in 2012, and Aaron Rodgers in 2010.
Any stat that mentions Joe Flacco just cracks me up.
Yeah, no kidding. Jamar Chase has passed Torrey Holt for the most receiving yards by a rookie in NFL postseason history. He is a stud. No team in NFL history had overcome a halftime deficit of 10+ points to win in multiple games against the same opponent in a single season. And, of course, now the Bengals have done that. Evan McPherson's 52-yard field goal to give the Bengals a 24-21 lead made him a perfect 11 for 11 on field goals in 2021 season. Of course, he made one more, but at that point, that was the most field goals made in a single postseason without a miss by any player in NFL history.
Field goals.
Yeah.
Because didn't he miss a boatload of like extra points in that weird sloppy Green Bay Cincinnati game?
This was postseason play.
Yeah, he's talking
postseason.
This is
postseason.
postseason play.
Postseason play. Okay.
The Chiefs are only the fourth team to play consecutive overtime games in a single postseason. The other three are the '86 Browns, 2003 Packers, and the 2004 Jets, and they all lost the second game.
Wow.
Yes. Joe Burrow is only the third quarterback in NFL history to have multiple game-winning drives in a single postseason and one of his first two career seasons. Tom Brady, Kurt Warner. They both won the Super Bowl. So that'll be interesting.
No doubt. Hey, Malachi, who'd you have before this game? The Chiefs and Bengals. Who'd you pick?
Well, to me, I feel like both teams were equally good. I did think the Chiefs were actually gonna win.
Yeah, me too.
But I guess the Bengals just wanted it more.
Yeah.
No more underdog, baby.
Joey
For
Brrrr.
damn sure.
Yeah, I could see you in some orange and black.
Yeah, it's crazy that you say that because actually before I became a Saints fan, when I was younger, I used to actually be a Bengals fan.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
I like, for whatever reason, I can never admit this very often because of this D-bag to Malakai's right. Yeah, no, his direct right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that one, okay.
Malakai's direct right. Is
What the
huge-
hell?
He's a huge Longhorn fan, right? So obviously he likes that burnt orange shit.
Get it.
I actually like the color orange, like all. So I can't tell him that very often. So all those teams that got some orange in them, I always had something. But
I'll put that in my notebook.
yeah, I bet you would.
keep it. Just hold on to that.
Yeah, you know it.
No doubt. Hell of a game, though. I think Joey B. I think he might have been sacked one time, if that. He might not have been sacked at all. And he was the second most sacked quarterback in the entire league this year. So that is fucking awesome, too.
Yeah, getting that cleaned up.
Yep.
Makes a huge difference. We'll see who he faces. If he faces the Rams, you got Aaron Donald coming up that gut. Good luck trying to block that man.
And if he faces the Niners, they're on fire. That
And they
defensive
are on
line
fire,
is too.
They're big boy Eric Armstead,
Yeah.
monster too. So they got some pressure up the gut coming. So, yeah. I was looking at your schedule. I'm gonna see if I can. You have plenty of people that come check you out and stuff, but I think I'm gonna try and make this Fort Dodge one. It looks like it's on a Friday. North Iowa Area Community College. Go check out my guy live action. Instead of
Heck
watching
yeah.
some replays.
Yeah, especially since he got bumped up. So, hell yeah. We're in.
Took way too long, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what you would
not
call.
because of lack of effort. That's for damn certain, or talent.
Yeah, that's a teaser before we get
Right.
into the it makes sense. Makes sense if you don't think about it. Malachi just got bumped up to the starting role and well deserved, but let's rock.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a loyal guy. I'm a loyalist, and when I kept checking on that, because I paid attention last year, I'm like, all right, you gotta learn, blah blah blah. See it this year. I'm like, and I started like paying attention on this. 'Cause I go to Varsity Bound quite often. That's where I look at my stuff at.
Right.
And I'll sit there and look you up and all that stuff, and I still see them. What the fuck is going on? I do, and that's not just a loyalty thing. I watch basketball. I know it, But either way, I'm hoping that you guys finish off on a very strong note this year,
Appreciate that.
and put a whooping to some of these Des Moines teams too,
Yes.
and that Dirty Dodge.
And that Dirty Dodge,
And
for
the Dirty
sure.
Dodge.
For sure.
Love it.
So,
All right.
did you end up thinking of one? Did you end up thinking of one for us?
No.
Okay. Man, he must hang out with extremely intellectual people on a regular basis. You see what
Yeah,
I
see?
gotta hang out with? Right
Shit.
there, dude. I got porn
Fire-
out.
fire
where
shots,
work
man.
Helps that. I'll tell you that right now. Like
That's true.
I work with some dumb shit.
90+% are
Yeah,
work
it's not
stories
difficult.
from these two.
Yes.
It's not difficult at all. Like
Not at all.
you walk into work and there'll be something. I'm like, God. All right, I'm gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Here we go. There's plenty of shit stories too, which is weird. You have no idea how realize how many people when they're adults have shit problems.
Just
Evidently.
Yeah. Disgusting.
men.
Yeah. Grown ass men.
Grown ass men. It's nasty. I don't know if you
Yeah.
probably don't have to worry about that now, but at some point, hopefully,
Hopefully he doesn't ever have to worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
guarantee you still see somebody.
All
There's
hey,
gonna be
Equipment
something.
manager or
all I know is make sure the toilet paper's there before you sit down.
Yeah.
Of course.
He
Always.
has one too. No, he did that.
Who?
Oh, Oh, you know who?
Oh, me? Yeah.
He did not sit down.
I did not
He
sit
started
down.
with me
You
without
got in
checking to
trouble,
see if
man.
there's TP yet.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
That was not good, man.
That's not very intelligent, is it,
That's not good, dude.
Damn.
Guess what? I was wearing sandals. I had no socks on me. Nothing. It was crazy.
Yeah. Then he's dropping fucking. He's dragging Dang across the dirty ass floor to get to the other side to get some TP. Yeah.
It is what it is,
So he
man.
army crawls under one stall to the next, and gets caught by somebody that's about to come into that stall too.
Yes.
They whipped that door open, man, and before I got to look at them, they slammed it shut. Right? And it was not good. And the door like bounced open. There's a guy, using the urinal, and I like look up, and then me and him make eye contact for about 10 seconds. That's the door closed. Closes shut. It was in a kids museum. Most embarrassing moment of my life, I think. Dude, I left that bathroom after, I got business taken care of. And I told my wife, I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here. They are looking for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, who's
Crazy.
got it then, Jimmy? You got one or Rio? Who's got one?
Jimmer's got it tonight,
Okay.
I think.
All right. Let's see which one I'll go with. We'll wait on that one. We'll go with the you can't be giving 100%.
Makes sense if you don't think about it. Let's go.
Yeah. So I have a boss that always believes. There's no way that he never believes that he's not the most intelligent person in the room, no matter what room he is in. Definitely got some little man syndrome. Yeah. He gets foam in the mouth when he starts talking, especially when
Right.
getting pissed off, eyes bulging.
He told me that, for reference, you should know that your ACL is going to tear before it does.
Yeah, you should know that.
He told,
You should be
yeah,
able to
he said that.
foretell that's
And not just to me, like there was 20
There's
other
a-
people in the room,
yeah,
but
there's big old
it was
people.
to my conversation that it started. Yeah,
you should see it come before it happens. It's like, well, fuck me. Like, damn. So that's in reference. So he says a lot of really super intelligent stuff, right? So we're sitting there having a conversation. We're having a meeting, and he starts getting fired up. I can't remember. Oh, so long story short about how we got to the heated part was we're talking about the schedule. Well, the dude that brought it up was over there like mumbling or like clamoring all the place. Wasn't getting to the goddamn point. I'm like, well, what he's trying to say is that we're like the schedule needs to be posted like easier access or some shit. It was like maintenance schedule or something. And evidently that set him off. He came in ready to argue. Don't know if you know me very well, but I welcome that shit. So we start getting into it. We start yelling back and forth. Like, and this is like a big time manager, by the way. We're going back and forth, and I'm like, I don't know how it got there because it was so warm in there. Like, his eyes were bulging. He's throwing spit when he's talking. He has foam coming out of the mouth, right? I'm not making this shit up. I promise you. This is how it went. And that gets me even more lit, too. I'm like, you're not going to sit there and talk to me.
I got to match you. Yeah.
So we'll sit here and keep doing this as long as you want to. We're going round. And he tells me, and I was like, can't give you the reference point on it because I don't know how he or why it got brought up, but something about, well, you're not doing everything you can. I'm like, I fucking work my ass off, dude. What the hell are you talking about? Like, I do everything I can. I put in everything I possibly can. I care about this place more than I damn well should. That's for damn certain. And put in all this work. I'm like, what are you talking about? I give 100%. You can't be giving 100%. I'm like, how in the hell? What? I was like, is there spy cameras? Like, what do you mean I can't be giving 100%? I'm confused right now. And there's a bunch of people in here, too. There was like 5 other people. And they were like agreeing, too, and also confused. I'm like, yeah, I do give 100%. What the fuck are you talking about? Give more than what you do. Like, that's going like that, right? He's like, you can't be giving 100%. Keeps going back to it. I'm like, finally I snap off. I'm like, what the hell do you mean? He's like, you can't be giving 100% if you're not calling me.
what the heck?
He's like, you obviously have a problem, right? You have a problem with the schedule. Did you call me? No, I didn't fucking call you. No, you're like, this is my boss's boss's boss. That's what we're talking. I'm like, no, I didn't call you. So you can't be giving 100%. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. He's like, well, call me. You get 100%. Then it'll be 100%. I'm like, I will never fucking call you. I will not call my boss's boss's boss. I will never fucking call you. That won't happen. I got that heated. I'm like, but it's not 100% unless you call
Makes sense if you don't think about it. Jesus.
Wow.
I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? I mean, you used to manage Perkins, right? You used to do some of that stuff. So let's say like I don't know what the level it goes to. Let's say the CEO comes down and said, "You have a problem. Why aren't you calling me?" Every job has a goddamn ladder, right? You take the rungs of the ladder. I mean, if you're not getting nowhere, fine. Then you go to the next one. But you're supposed to skip the rungs of the ladder all of a sudden. The same thing we've been fucking taught since we were like 5 years old. Like, are you kidding me? Makes sense if you don't think about it. He got my heart rate up just now, just a little bit. Just bullshit.
I was saying,
I could shit in his eyes, but him yelling back and forth.
Right.
He was
What's
banging
that?
the table.
What's that Chihuahua meme where, like, in the distance you see Vietnam? That's us Jimmer right now, just like.
Like, I swear to God, if there was ever a moment that you wanted to choke somebody, because you have these moments where it's like, I know for damn certain, the only reason you feel comfortable thinking that you could talk to me like that is because you have a title. That's the only reason why you feel that I'm not telling you to ever be subordinate, so please don't do that. But my mentality is that, like, you're not going to you can talk to me with respect. The way he was coming off was so ridiculous, flying. I'm like, you don't talk to anybody like that. And the only reason why you feel that comfortable to do that is because of a title.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not backing down to that point. I was hoping he'd be stupid enough to, like, come around the table because he was getting that fired up, over something stupid. I promise you this. Like, I may not be able to give you the whole context, but I can tell you it was stupid. The reason why it even turned to that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so now you got educated off that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
So
just don't put up with that.
No matter, try your damnedest. No matter how hard you possibly can, don't punch your boss in the mouth. Just don't do it. Just walk out the door if you have to. Worst case scenario. There's your words.
Worst case.
Solid words of wisdom. I like it.
There's always going to be someone that believes that they're smarter than everybody else in the room. You're always going to run into them, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I got.
Boom. All right. So as we wrap this bad boy up, I do want to say a couple things, Malakai. So first of all, listening to you talk, I really think you're wiser than your age, man. When you talk about things like no excuses because you're playing in that crappy court in Nyack, right? When you talk about playing for your seniors, the rest of this year, the 5 games that you guys have left, that's all amazing shit to hear. Like, I don't feel like, when we think about young men his age, young women his age, doesn't matter. You don't hear that kind of thing. And so you can definitely tell he's been brought up different than a lot of these kids. And damn, man, I'm excited for you to be out there more because we're going to be seeing a lot of highlights and we're going to be putting a lot out for you too.
And we're gonna push some Hawkeye stuff too. That's for
Duke, if you hear, he'll sign on the dot. Duke, he'll sign on the dot.
Like second to the Hawkeyes, right?
Yeah, we can definitely understand that.
Yeah, can't wait. And I'm gonna, if you feel like you need a change of scenery, I'm just telling you. It's a nice place right back door. You're right here in Garner. There's another baller out there too, so you want to be alone. And there isn't so many players that they can't do the dum-dum. They can't do it because they want the wins. There's only so many players out anyway. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I like how you competed and you kept your head down, kept doing your work, and it's starting to pay off. So keep that up.
Yeah. Thank you guys for noticing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Nothing but respect. We love it. But do you have any last things you want to say before we cut out?
Just thank you guys for having me here. Let me be able to come in here, feel comfortable. Just feel,
get a chuckle or two at least.
Yeah.
There we go.
Love it.
Looking
so
for.
We need 2 things from you, okay? Need 2 things. First one, you promise to come back on.
Yeah.
Okay? Do that. Hopefully this year we talk some football too, or for your next senior season, but definitely need to be on for next year. Now this one I can't get you to necessarily promise, but it'd be really fucking awesome. When you make your decision, let us know. We can be there. We'll record it, or not just record it, actually put it on for you. I'm just telling you. All right. But I'm not saying you have to do that. Not too much pressure, but we'll hook you up too and make sure you already do look good.
Thank you.
So
Look at his shirt, man. He said I break ankles.
That's right.
Love it.
IBA. All right, hey, let's address something real quick too.
Let's.
Here, Malakai, if you can make it to Garner, so if you can talk your parents into here to teach Jimmer a lesson on something, we would love it. Because before you joined tonight, we had a podcast on Friday, okay? And one of the things, he was talking a little shit, thinking he could beat you in a 3-point contest.
Yes.
So
in a shooting contest, I'm not beating this man at anything else. And there ain't no running with this shit. There ain't no athleticism. We're literally lining up and shooting threes. But yes, well, technically, since he wants to call it out like that, yeah, I believe in my self-confidence, right, Malakai? I believe I can outshoot everybody. You put Steph out there, it don't matter.
Boy.
I'll get him and put him in too, baby.
Confidence is key.
See?
Confidence is key. Dude, he couldn't even say it with a straight face.
His damn parents are over there.
Oh,
What?
confidence is key.
So you wouldn't back down from that challenge. We do a 3
Dude, what? He's him?
What the fuck are you laughing at?
You legitimately asking, would you back down? Would you back down from this?
Sorry, I didn't say back down. What the fuck are you laughing at, dude? I have like a hair. Everyone's like, oh, that's me. See this? I have a swinger's chance, right? I have a shooter's chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, my God. See?
Yeah.
He said it. He said I have a shooter's shot.
Just to be clear, nobody's against you. We just know what he can do, okay?
That's true.
That has nothing to do with
I have a
you.
weird, first off, the way that one right there were laughing, it was definitely not just what he can do in that laugh. What?
Dude, the confidence is
It'd be like
key.
that sometimes, man.
That's the name of this episode.
Yes.
Confidence is key. That was
Confidence
so
is key.
smooth.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you.
I love it.
But seriously, we do wish you the best luck for the rest of the season, whatever you do for here on sports with the track and all that, and what was the other thing I was gonna say? And hope you continue to grow, get better, and stay healthy too, and stay away
Big time.
stay away from hoes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
You
telling
know
dude, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It looks like it. It does. Trust me.
In the moment.
Yep.
For about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But we did give you some swag too, so we got you some 3 gig gear over here. Mama's got it. But yeah, man, we really appreciate you coming on. We're looking forward to see kind of what you grow into because you've already come so far, man. And we'll definitely, before next school year for sure, we'll get you on again and see how things have changed, and we'll get that 3-point contest going too.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta do that. Well, right on. We can wrap her up. For those of you listening, the podcast is available where, Jimmer?
Everywhere you listen to podcasts, ladies and gentlemen. Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, and all the other little weird ones if you're into that. Google Podcasts, Bleaker, whatever it's called. Yep.
That's right, baby. That's right. Be sure to give us a follow, give us a listen. This is a big deal for those of you that know Malakai. I know you guys have a huge family, so definitely check it out. This kid is legit and just a great kid. Besides the basketball court, we've learned a lot just listening to him talk, man. He's got his head on his shoulders, and any colleges that come calling, they need to make sure they pay attention to that.
Swarm.
Get a gym.
Swarm, baby. And but yeah, otherwise, comment, man. Give us some shit. Talk on the socials. It all goes down.
It all goes down in the DMs. Hit us up if you got anything. We'll get it out there to the folks, and let us know.
Definitely do it. Once again, Malakai, thanks for coming on. This is 3 Gig Sports.
We out.
I made something from nothing, no hindsight discussions. I've been writing, I love it. All this doubt around me, then look, I got